Well, it was on a Saturday and I got really hungry and I went to go get in the fridge to get something and there was nothing.
Food is something that millions of Americans take for granted. For others, it's a daily struggle. Right now in Huntington County, 47% of students are receiving their meals for free or at a reduced cost. This number has steadily increased for at least 5 years. Families who receive free lunches are living in poverty. These students have a healthy food supply at school, but what about when the bell rings on Friday afternoon?
We're having kids that many people wouldn't suspect that will go home on the weekends without proper food and nutrition, and the same thing for their families.
And I tell people, if you want to know how it feels to go without food, stop eating at noon on Friday and don't eat till Monday morning and see how it is.
Blessings in a Backpack is a not-for-profit organization that exists to ensure that elementary students have food over the weekend.
I'm certain that we would have kids who would either struggle to find food over the weekend or maybe not have food over the weekend if they didn't receive the Blessings in a Backpack.
Huntington's program was founded nearly 5 years ago, feeding 15 students. Now around 230 out of the 882 students on a free lunch plan are receiving a backpack. During the week, volunteers order, pick up, organize, and pack food so it's ready for the students to take home on Friday.
What it does is it's going to make that student more able to meet the challenges of school, being there, being healthy, being well-fed, being happy and well-rounded. And I think those are the ultimate benefits that we get as a result of the program.
I think that taking away that unknown or taking away the worries that they had about what they were going to do for the weekend has helped them to think about things that little kids should be thinking about instead of the grown-up worries.
There are still hundreds of students in Huntington that worry about where their food will come from over the weekend. Blessings in a Backpack wants to reach all of these students, but currently doesn't have the resources to do it.
I hope that it will grow into all the 7 schools, but to get that to happen, we'd have to have a lot of fundraisers and donations.
They will need more volunteers and financial support. Right now, it costs $100 to feed one student for an entire school year. That means Blessings in a Backpack is spending roughly $23,000. To reach the nearly 1,200 elementary students receiving the free and reduced lunches, at least $120,000 would have to be raised each year.
That's how much money we'd need per year, and whether or not it comes from money or food donations, food drives, all that is in our budget.
Financial donations are a big way that you can make an impact with Blessings in a Backpack, and 100% of the proceeds go towards purchasing the food. Or if you are more interested in donating time, there are dozens of opportunities to volunteer.
I know that there are students who are receiving the food who just overall, I don't know if you could say academically or behaviorally specific, but just as a little person, just seem to be happier and feeling better and doing better because of having a better weekend.
The program is well named because it truly is a blessing, and I think that's how we do feel. I think we feel blessed by the opportunity to connect with families and engage families in a little bit different way than we typically would in a school setting. I think in schools we first think of education, and we think of academics and those types of communications. But unless we have a well-rounded child who is healthy and happy and ready to go to school, those other things become very secondary.
All I want to say is thank you for having that money to support these kids and lives that don't have enough money to get food and stuff. And I thank you, and I ask them to keep doing that.
You can donate online at blessingsinAbackpack.org or contact Craig Johnson by email or by phone. Blessings in a Backpack, feeding the future of America.